Hello! Welcome to my video on the Bermuda Triangle. I've always had an interest in the Bermuda Triangle. As a kid, I remember watching multiple documentaries on the subject. And as a teenager, I believe I read Charles Berlitz's book on this subject as well. Alright, so let's get started here. The Bermuda Triangle. It's also known as the Devil's Triangle, and it's in an area of the Atlantic Ocean that is said to have an unusual amount of missing aircraft and ships. This triangle's location is loosely defined as being between Miami, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda. Now, some of the notable disappearances or events that have taken place. I'm not going to say them all. If you want a more detailed listing of what's happened there, then you're going to have to Google it for yourself. Here's a couple. Anyways, the USS Cyclops. Now, this was the single largest loss of life in the history of the U.S. Navy, not related to combat. And this ship was carrying a full load of manganese ore. And at the time, the Cyclops had one engine out of action. Now, the ship went missing without a trace. And this thing had a crew of 309 people. And this happened on March 4th, 1918, so quite a while ago. Just over 100 years ago. That's kind of weird. After departing the island of Barbados, that's when this thing went missing. Now, this Cyclops ship had sister ships named the Proteus and the Nereus. Nereus? Something like that. Were subsequently lost in the North Atlantic during World War II. Now, what was said about both these ships is that they were transporting heavy loads of metallic ore, similar to what was loaded on the Cyclops during her final and fatal voyage. In all three cases, structural failure due to overloading with a much denser cargo than designed is considered the most likely cause of sinking. So, yeah. Don't overload it. Don't do that. Sink the ship. Now, another one was Flight 19. Flight of 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers that disappeared on December 5th, 1945, while flying over the Atlantic. And these bombers, they never returned to base after their training mission. The disappearance is attributed by Navy investigators to navigational error, leading to the aircraft running out of fuel. There was a search and rescue effort deployed, and there was one aircraft called the PBM Mariner with a 13-man crew. This also disappeared. Craziness. The Mariner had a history of explosions, though, and this was due to vapor leaks when heavily loaded with fuel, as it might have been for a potentially long search and rescue operation. So, geez. Maybe not use these aircrafts for these search and rescues if they have a history of explosions. Just my 2 cents. Okay, another one is a Douglas DC-3. This thing went missing on December 28th, 1948. And this aircraft was on a flight from San Juan, Puerto Rico to Miami. There has been no trace of this aircraft or the 32 people on board of it. Never found, no wreckage or anything. An investigation by the Civil Aeronautics Board found there was insufficient information available on which to determine probable cause of this disappearance. A little weird. Now, some popular explanations for the Bermuda Triangle Well, there's some paranormal ones. One of which is aliens. Aliens just scooped them up and took off. I don't know why they want them. Let's not delve into that. Anyways, long lost technology from Atlantis. Supposedly Atlantis is at the bottom of the ocean around that area, and some weird technology is still running and sucking down ships and airplanes. I don't know about that one, but sure, it's possible. Who knows? And another one, popular explanation or paranormal explanation, is this Bermuda Triangle is a wormhole to another dimension. Okay. Find that hard to believe as well. I don't know. Could be, I guess. But a little more down-to-earth explanations are extremely strong Gulf Stream, just plain old human error. God knows there's enough of that. Violent weather. Just hit a storm and down they went. And, it's a big ocean, so don't blame anyone for not being able to find the wreckage, right? And another one is methane hydrates. There's a theory that there's big pockets of methane under the seafloor, and every now and then a big release of methane comes up, and well, the thing is that methane supposedly will make or lessen the buoyancy of the water, which will make these ships, especially these big heavy ships, come down, sink. So there's that. I don't see how that could affect aircraft though. Maybe it could. I don't know. Would a big cloud of methane upset aircraft? Take them in the sky? I have no idea. Maybe it would. And anyways, some people think it's just a bunch of hooey, because this area, this Bermuda Triangle, is among the most heavily traveled shipping lanes in the world. Commercial and private aircraft routinely fly over this place, and most of them, they're fine. Nothing ever happens to them. So, yeah, I don't know. Another thing is you don't hear any like mysterious disappearances happening in the Bermuda Triangle nowadays, right? Like that. Like all these, the most famous cases are from from the 40s and before, basically. So could be stuff wasn't exactly, I don't know. Stuff wasn't really built to last back then. I don't know. Some people say the opposite. But I don't know. Technology's come a long way since the 40s, right? So, I don't know. Sounds plausible to me, anyway. Anyways, what do you guys think? Is there a giant city of Atlantis buried under the ocean and sucking down craft? Or aliens whizzing by and saying, hey, there's some people, let's grab them? Let me know. What do you think? Or do you believe in the more down-to-earth explanations? I'd love to hear from you. Anyways, that's my video, and I'm going to take it off. Thanks for watching.